Welcome to ProWebcast News, where we bring you daily industry updates. Today is Wednesday, August 19th, and you're watching the Afternoon Update with Sarah Fletcher. Today's news is sponsored by Covenant Reliance Producers. We build success stories. For more information, please visit www.crproducers.com. Now for today's headlines. The Internal Revenue Service has entered an agreement with the Swiss government in an effort to gain access to nearly 5,000 UBS AG accounts, which may have been used by affluent Americans hoping to avoid paying taxes. This news comes just weeks after the IRS and Switzerland-based UBS reached a settlement to track down and identify wealthy Americans who have avoided paying taxes by hiding their assets in offshore accounts. According to IRS Commissioner Douglas Schulman, these accounts at one point held as much as $18 billion in assets, although there is not an estimate of the number of assets currently held in these accounts. In regulatory news, reports indicate that in the second quarter, Morgan Stanley spent $830,000 lobbying the federal government on legislation related to oversight of the financial industry and pension and mortgage industry reform. Throughout the same period, the company lobbied energy-related and broker-dealer issues, bankruptcy and tax reform, and in February, the New York-based company pressed lawmakers on the $787 billion economic stimulus package. Other than its interaction with Congress, Morgan Stanley has also lobbied the Securities Exchange Commission, Federal Reserve, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, Department of Labor, Department of Commerce, Department of Treasury, and the Internal Revenue Service. In health news, Obama's approval rating on health care remains unchanged since last month at a rate of 41%. Also unchanged were the number of Americans who approve of the reform, with 36% of Americans for the reform and 42% against the proposed plan, according to a poll conducted by NBC and the Wall Street Journal. And while 40% of Americans say they believe health care would get worse as a result of the health care system overhaul, the number who thought conditions would improve increased from 21% to 24% in the month examined. I'm Sarah Fletcher, and thanks for watching ProWebcast News. For more in-depth news and features, visit producersweb.com.